we're live here. Hi everyone. And we're live here. Here we are. Here we are. Start live. That's it. Hello everyone. Oh, something not good has happened here. Finish. What has happened here? Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake. All right, delete. Right, okay, what is going on here? Live. Right. Start live video. Okay, I'm live here. And I'm live here. Now, before I start to pour my heart and soul, I just want to know I'm not using today any other platforms, just 3 mobiles in front of me. Is the sound is okay? Because I do not want what happened. I asked Steve, hi, can you tell me if the sound is okay? Because yesterday we were really upset. I had such a good session. Cheers, everyone. I just want to make sure that the sound is good. Hi, Roy. Hi, Malcolm. Hi, everyone. I just want to know if the sound is good. All okay. All okay. Cheer, Julie. All good as well. So that's the key. 3 cameras. I don't look like a ghost here. I look a little bit ghosty. But wow, what a day I had. I realized all is okay. Brilliant, fantastic. You just see a little bit of the background. You know, I'm quite pedantic. Everything needs to look good. So we have a long way today, a very long and exciting way together. And what can I tell you? I had to call my co-producer to ask him questions about how everything happened, because so much has happened. And I will try in 1 hour to feed you with the most exciting stuff. And also, as you know, a bit more emotional stuff. And I will play you some of your favorite songs as well. So, I'm not sure where I ended yesterday. And if I repeat myself, forgive me. I think I shared with you that I lived in East London with the filmmaker, director, producer Louis Melville. He was filming at the time a film called The Men Who Sold the World. The house became like a filming set. And I was doing for that Windmills of Your Mind, a beautiful song called Rotten Fruit, and Men Who Sold the World. And would you believe it that when we saw the premiere, the son of David Bowie was in the living room, because he was a co-producer of one of the companies, of the partner of Louis. So obviously wanted to see the film. So he heard my version of Men Who Sold the World, which is quite cool. I didn't manage today to put yet the playlist. Everything will be done. I've done a lot of work today. A big surprise for all of you for later on. Very, very big surprise for you. So at this time, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have Instagram, and we didn't have Twitter. But we had the one platform that really changed it all. And I'm not sure if you were on this time on this platform but it used to call MySpace. And I became very popular on MySpace, especially with the song You Are My Only One, which You Are My Only One was an extension. If in the last episode I told you that I played you the Moonlight Sonata, then I had Wake Up My Child, Sati, and In My Dream Came Only Later. I only sang it to you, Steve, because you love it and you're a birthday boy. But I just thought to make something commercial, and what can be more commercial than Swan Lake? And isn't it amazing how the melody of Tchaikovsky suits the word? When I look at you, I know that you're my only one. This is the beauty between the marriage between words and music, that sometimes I love taking poems and turn them into songs, as we know, but also Timeless Melody was the opposite, was an album of touching the most amazing melodies that ever exist, of the greatest composers. That's why I call it Timeless Melody. And as I felt very connected to them, I gave myself the permission or the guts to go and write words to them. And few very important classical musicians and compositors heard it, and they said that if it's Mozart or if it's Beethoven, they're sure they're happy, because I really respect their work. So I'm becoming popular on MySpace, and one day I get this poem, and it's quite a long poem, and I don't have patience. I'm a person that have patience for something, but not always for other things. But four pages was a little bit overwhelming. I almost deleted the button, but there was something so nice. Do you know that you alone can light the universe? So only that was worth keeping the email, but it was long. But then I found the line, the only thing that holds you back is you. So I didn't delete it. I haven't done anything with that, but it was there. Remember, at this time, I'm finishing a degree BA in Jewish Studies and Theology. I live in East London and my college is in North London. I travel by a car. I'm there for over 15 hours a week with academics. It just was so hard. Beside that, to earn living, I'm working as a journalist for A London, writing articles. I had 3 pages. And beside that, I'm just doing music all the time and starting to learn how to produce through the computer. So it was quite intense. I think people that know me knows that sometimes when I get too tired, because I do far too much, I get really, like all of us, when we do too much and we don't respect our health and the stress level, it's not good. So I remember I was so in such a state, going to someone that read the palms. She used to read for famous people. And the beauty was she said, you have to stop working and do so much. But she said something that really was nice. She said, I never saw someone that have the ability to connect to so many different people. So if, for example, I'll have a party and you all will come, I will have, I don't know how old you're going to be, Steve, on Friday. Write to me. But I'll have people that are over 60, even over 70. And then I'm communicating with people that are 20 and 25. So, and everyone for me is human being. The age is not really the important thing. So So it was quite an intense time, and the thing was that the relationship started to get a little bit not good for me to live there with all this filming set and all other things. So I was not very happy. Fraser, the guy Fraser Scott Lee, if he's watching us, hi Brian. So he nudged me. He nudged me after 2 months. And it's showing what I was talking about yesterday. The art of nudging is something good in business, in relationship, because you never know. Sometimes I don't have time to answer. Today I didn't have time to eat even. And I only realized that, so sometimes more important, more responsibilities you've got on you, you sometimes don't have the time to answer. And you know that even to you, sometimes I don't answer for 5 days. And you know already that I love you, but I need my space to recover between. So Fraser nudged me and I said to him, don't worry, I will write to you that song one day. So to fast forward, I left East London again to bedsit. This time the bedsit was a little bit more sophisticated. It was in Hampstead Heath, nicer building, only 3 girls, and I knew that it's for short time. My flat, the one that I bought, was occupied by tenants, so I couldn't really go back there. So that's why suddenly I'm in bedsit again. And what happened is I'm still in friendship with Louis, my boyfriend, but we're not officials, if it makes sense. And New Year came, not the Jewish New Year, the New Year, and we went to a party near Barnes. And because we drank a little bit, a lot of alcohol, we didn't want to go back, me to Hampstead, he to East London. We didn't want to do it. So we wake up in the morning and he said, I'd like to introduce you to Barnes. I used to live here. So we go in the morning and walk by the streets. I don't know if you know Barnes, but it's just like a lovely little village, so much close to London. And it's very known as a very beautiful place. So I just fall in love with the place. Remember, I'm a northwest London girl. It's like a different country. Many of you live in the countryside anyway, but northwest London and southwest London is a different world. And I fall in love with that village, but with boutique. So I'm a village girl, but I like boutiques, an exclusive one. And suddenly I saw a lace and black blouse on a charity. I told you last time I didn't have money. I only dressed with charity. So I said to Louis, listen, I have to have this blouse. I need to see it. And why don't we stay one more night in the hotel? And I just want to explore the area because everything is closed day after the New Year. So then the next day in the morning, I even fall in love more with the area. I go and get this blouse, which I don't know where it is, but I got it. And then I said to him, you know what? why don't I go to an estate agent? What I forgot to tell you in that, because I have it all written, my parents, you know, I had a flat in Israel that I rented, and that's how I had my income. My parents decided to sell that flat, which was quite upsetting. It was in the center of Tel Aviv. I put so much love, beauty into that flat, because if you remember from the other episode, that was a flat that when I left the golden cage, I knew I'm going to live a really, really sophisticated life. So at least I made a beautiful flat. Suddenly my parents decided to sell it without really consulting me. But, you know, I didn't have the ability at the time to fly to Israel, to help with finding new tenants. And my parents didn't want to deal with that. So they've done it. So I had the possibility to buy another flat. So the bed seat girl suddenly going to buy another flat, which was a very clever move. And I looked in North London again and again for so many flats. But when I came to this place in Barnes, I just fall in love with that. So I went to a estate agent. It was the beginning of the new year, 2000 and is it 6 or 7? 7. Go there and I tell the estate agent, I love it here. I want a flat with a river view, open space, warm and bright, and that's my budget. He said, I've got something for you. So he couldn't show it to me, so I had to come again, and again it's 1 hour by train. I had to come again, and it's like going to a different country from Northwest London. So I went there, and I go to the flat, and this is where I am now. I came back here after Simon died. I came here. It's my little flat. I will always, always want to have it because it's so cozy, beautiful, and by the river, that we will talk about the river very soon. So here I am, moving to, I'm in the bed seat, blah, 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 blah. Here I am, moving to a new area, don't know anyone, and that's, you know me already. I moved to Mexico, moved to New York, so I moved to a new area. I felt good about this place. One of the first Fridays, I have this pattern. When I feel a bit lonely, a bit of whiskey, I go to the piano. I said, let's write that Beauty of the Duty. Such a good lyric. And then I compose, I edit the chorus to be that magical chorus. The only thing that holds you back is you. The only thing that holds you back is you. The only thing that holds you back is you. So this is that, all the chorus. This is what I show to children in workshop. Simple line can just transfer to music and make wonders. And that's what I do. That's what I do to children with all my poetry competition. And that's how I met Steve and other poets that are my friends now, but started as a poet. Okay, so then I need to find a producer to produce Beauty of the Duty. Joel, that you know already, the guy of 2 kisses, the guy that was the only number that I have when I came to London, the guy that almost died from the COVID-19. He knew a producer that connected to someone in Haifa, where I am from, a journalist that used to write about me when I was a model, Yoram Markreich. So he said to me, why don't we go there? Fraser came to that session, and it was not expensive, but I was not used to, I don't know, I was afraid, I'm going to a new studio. meeting someone new. So I said, right, let's make few songs. Let's make the money, let's make it worthwhile. And we start to work first on a song that Joel wrote, words by Joel, and another song, and then Beauty of the Duty. And I'm saying, wow, what is this? This Phil is quick. He understands my ideas. He manifests them. I've been waiting for him for ages and ages and ages, because you remember that I told you I made with Dave Dixon album, and I've done here and I've done in Israel stuff with Romance, with this Micha Shitrit and this one, but with Phil it was the key for life, effortless. That's what we need in life. When things are effortless, that's when they work. Now I'm in a little bit tricky situation, because I'm in a studio that owned by Nick, very nice guy. Phil works for him, but I want to work with Phil. I need this guy. I just was like, when I want something, I need it. And it was not very appropriate to do it. So what I did, I went home. I was very happy with the result. And I want to tell you, Beauty of the Duty first demo will be also on the Spotify playlist. It's not less good than the other ones. It's even had some magic in it. Down tempo, really good. We just got to click, him and me. So I contact PRS, which are, PRS are representing writers and composer. I ask if they know his name, and I ask for his email, and I got him. And that was a life-changing. Even today, that I have hundreds of things, and before campaign I gave him 3 things to do today, which is a surprise for all of you. But even today, with all my madness, I recorded. It's just effortless, and that always gives me hope, because like with my Rupert, the guy that take my photos, I have people that it's effortless, and some people it's just a nightmare. I'm sure you know this experience. So I'm learning now not to hold me back anymore with people that just stop me and just don't let me really get the flow and the success. Okay, so with Phil, I started to be almost addicted to work with him. More song and more song and more song. And one day he played the piano, and I started to write a melody with words. It was in Hebrew. אני קוראת לך עכשיו. אני קוראת לך מלאך, אני ליד. So I'm calling you now. I'm calling you my angel. I forgot the words in English. Make me strong. In Hebrew, I said, I'm near. It can suggest many things, but I told you I walked in a park at night. So sometimes when we get down, we can lose the hope. But when I'll sing it to you now, it was not easy to translate the words to English. You cannot just take word by word when you write in Hebrew and do it in English. But I love that song. So I'll sing it to you, calling you in English. For 40 years I've been walking on trust to find who I am, to rescue your name. The desert is storming, confusing my sight, but I never look back, I never regret. My heart is yours, yearning for you. I'm not satisfied until you'd be by my side. I'm calling you, now I'm alone. I'm calling you, my angel, make me strong. Idols are turning every place that we go. In one hand we carve them, in two hands we carve them. The truth is fading, who is taking the crown? Too much is poison, and who are the chosen? Tell me how to end the song. Tell me how. Can you hear my voice? Now I am alone. I'm calling you, my angel, make me so. I'm calling you, now I'm alone. I'm calling you, my angel, make me strong. Face to face, just one more time, I wanna sense it. Will I ever see the promised land I have been waiting? No more faulty sign, my soul can take it anymore. Can you hear my voice? My voice, my voice. Can you hear my voice? My voice, my voice. Now I'm alone. I'm calling you, angel, make me strong. 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 So it's going on and on, but you can hear from the song. First of all, you can hear that because I was doing a degree, as I told you, in Jewish studies, I told you that it was quite frustrating at times, but the Bible is so rich with stories. So you have here so many parables, face-to-face, promised land, all kind of things that almost I was singing. I'm like Moses, will I ever see the promised land? And I think the promised land is to each one of us, which related again to the beauty of the duty. To you, Russell, such a talent photographer, to you, Steve Poet, to each one of you. I don't know all of you, but it's about reaching that promised land, knowing that we've done the best. And as I said, in no more faulty signs, I had so much, I don't want to swear, but so many faulty signs, so many people that promised me, so many almost deals, so many. Now, the beauty of life. As I told you, it's a pattern, and I really believe in it. We get to the low, and from there, suddenly something good happens. So, the good thing that happened. I told you that I came with two numbers, two of the same family. One is Joel Rockman, and one is the brother and the mother of Sacha Baron Cohen, Ali G. And I met the mother, and she invited me to start to come to parties in her house. Parties of that she had comedian, she had people singing, musicians. This is where Sacha Baron Cohen trained, such an arty, talented family. So she invited me to a party, to many parties. In one party, I played the moon. I didn't have the confidence, as I told you. It took me years to have that confidence. But I remember they had few rooms. One room was where all the food, and one room was the piano. And I started to play the Moonlight Sonata. People started to go out. Sacha Baron Cohen with his famous wife, she's a Hollywood, forgive me that I forgot her name, you can write to me down. They dance to the Moonlight Sonata that I was playing. They were sensitive to see that here is someone playing something so beautiful, alone on the piano, and they were dancing. So I always had the full sympathy to Sacha Baron Cohen and his wife for that. So that was one party. But in this party, luckily Louis, the boyfriend that is not a boyfriend but a friend, couldn't come. So I went by myself. And there was a woman of 103 years old, very good friend of the family. She died few months before, so they acknowledge it. And I went to the piano. My mind always thinks back to the last time that we met, how we parted company, we never will forget. Was playing it on the piano, not playing it amazing, quite insecure, but I played it with the same voice, same person, but not the same confidence, but the essence was there. And someone with the most beautiful eyes was watching me. That was Simon. So it was just a split second. He watched me more than I watched him because I was playing, and I think he hid after, but he watched me. After he told me that he fell in love with me, I only saw him and I said, wow, he's nice. You know, I'm here in London for ages, two and a half years since he died, and I didn't see even one person. So that's what happened in this party. The beauty is, it's not happening yet, the romance, but the beauty is that the words, I'm calling you now, my angel, I'm alone. So the angels, in a way, answer my call, if we believe in it or not, but I found the one, not yet. Listen to what happened now. So what happened now is, this is, I don't know, around, let's say, September, October, and my mother, wait a minute, I'm not telling the whole information, sorry. My mother, not my mother, I decided to have the first launch in the UK to You Are My Only One, the Swan Lake song. I decided to have it. And I had the guts to find Casio to sponsor me. I was not famous, but Casio came and sponsor me. And I had 11 people on the stage, and the mother of Sasha, Daniela, she couldn't come, so she gave the ticket to Simon. I already told her that, oh, I saw, who is he? So she said, she said, who was he? But the beauty was that I knew that he's in that gig. That was my first big night. I had there everyone, include Tony Bennett manager Derek Bolton, that saw that I'm a big star, but he was 8 years old and died after, and said, oh, I would have made you a star. And all the people through the years that almost all my fans, but I was not established then, but I managed to get 150 people. And that was before the new year, because my parents came, and it was so it's also synchronicity. It's also synchronicity of how everything now it's happening. So it was a big night. And then I ended it with Beauty of the Duty in a kind of dance version. But before I played When I Fall in Love. Is Brian still here? I know, Brian, you love that song. So I'm just going to play a little bit of When I Fall in Love. In my heart, I was singing it to Simon. I didn't know him, just saw his eyes for a split second. But that is when we know something inside. 1 second. Oh, why is it so quiet? When I fall in love, it will be forever. Oh, I never fall in love in a restless world like this is. Love is ended before it's begun. Too many moonlight kisses seem to cool with the warmth of the sun. When I'll give my heart, it will be completely. Never give my heart at the moment that I can feel you feel that way too. Is when I fall in love with you. Fall in love with you. So this beautiful song, I sang it then. And then the gig finished, and there was a queue of people to congratulate me for my first big achievement, a launch in the Soul Review Bar. All the people that know how I worked for years, I'm suddenly at my best. And who was not in that queue? Simon was not there. I wanted him to come. After he said to me, he thought, he didn't feel right to stay in the queue. He was a motivational therapist for others to get confident, and he didn't stay there to congratulate me. Apparently, as I said to you, Casio, they sponsor me. And I had a card, I'll put it tomorrow, you are my only one. So people could send me messages, and it was, you are my only one at hotmail.co.uk. But he sent at 4 o'clock in the morning, how amazing I was, to .com instead of .co.uk. I never got it. He also sent after a message, I never got it. I felt something, and I also was in a struggle what shall I do? What shall I do with my career? I've done this launch. It was great. Shall I continue and wait for this record label to sign me, or for this big manager, these people that don't do anything? Or shall I do something to be or not to be? And on Christmas, my mother came to visit me. So we are a Christmas after already. And she, Jewish mother, she nudged me. She felt that there is something in the air. She said, what happened with these therapies, with these hypnotherapies? I said, I sent him an email, because I sent him an email. I said, let's invest in session, because it used to be very expensive. Let's invest and see, first of all, that he will help me to make the decision, that I will not wait forever for something. So he never got my email, apparently. So in January, I called my girlfriend and I said, I want his number. I want his number. And I called him. And he called me straight away. And he came for a session. And it was super, super professional. No wonder why he worked with the toppest people. Dali Ali, Derek Shizora, and I even have a check of one of the richest people in the world that I don't want to say, but we copied that check that he had session. He had something really unique. So after the first session, I felt that confident, we all need confident. And I felt good. So we had a very, very professional 3 sessions, because, what did I want to say? What did I want to say is, I forgot for a second. Because he was a musician as well when he was young, he understood music. And he told me, Tali, you need to practice, 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 practice. And that is what I started to do, because I had someone that is telling me to practice. And then the session finished. And in my flat by the river, I have the boat race between Cambridge to Oxford. They actually finish by my river. So I asked him, can I give you a thank you to invite you to my party? And I asked Daniela, of course, is it okay? And she was okay, of course. And what happened next will cause you to giggle. Alcohol was there, and I was excited. And he brought me as a gift a metronome. And I was so excited, I spilled wine on the floor. Not completely drunk. I don't want you to think bad about me. But it was a really exciting party. At some stage at the party, I just came to him straight away and said to him, don't you think there is something going on between us? Can you imagine to ask someone? I just was honest. And he said to me, yes, I found the one. So I said to him, I found the one too, and we shook hands. And that's it. That's it. We decided just by that experience of the three meetings, and that we are meant to be. So that's called a soulmate. And then very soon after, he moved here. He had a huge house and he moved to my small flat. We decided to get married. That was March. We got married already in June. And then one day, Malcolm, as I told you once, one day I walked by the river. You know, marriage is not always, although it's a big love and I'm always emotional, marriage is not always an easy thing, number one. Number two, Israeli and English can have a bit of different in mentalities. The love was there, but we all have ups and downs. And I walked by the river and I just had that song come through me. And I'll sing to you, my river, and to you especially, Malcolm. When the sun is shining, I'm looking at my river, seeing all that left behind, fading far away. I'm looking at my river, seeing thy reflection. I smile to you with gratitude for the goodness that I have. I'm talking to my river when I feel you distant. I pray along with all my heart to wash the tears away. I listen to my river, in silence I can hear you sing through me just words of love. Then I'll know this. Thank you very much. So here I am. We are close to the end because I do want to manage to get everything, because tomorrow is such a special day. And the river brought me, the river itself, as a healing, because remember, I've just lived here a short while, to make a whole album that was related to water. I've got a few songs that I never released that they're beautiful. I'm like a river. But Raindrops, I wrote, it is related to water. Koren meets the guy, I want to walk with you like we used to do. By the river I walk with Jane Henley, my very, very good friend and a designer that I work with. El Ayam, that became Hallelujah, 72 names. It was when I opened the Bible. I didn't have any more inspiration, so I had to open the Bible, and Exodus 14 is a miracle about water. Then William Blake, why should I care? Why should I care? Why should I care for the man of the Thames? So all this was songs that were related to water. In the meantime, just to say to you that I was going to Midam. So remember, I took Simon, because if to go there or not to go to be or not to be. And in this medium, I met two very important in my life. One is Barry Upton, that's the founder of Steps and so many UK hits. And we wrote a love song for you for the wedding as a surprise to Simon. And then I met there Chris Craker, that he was the president of Sony BMG, and he just loved Timeless Melody. He loved Timeless Melody because he was responsible at the time for the classical crossover, and he just thought it's amazing. He said, but we cannot deal with the artists, you need to have a manager. So isn't it not contradiction? I asked Simon for the advice, shall I do it alone or shall I not do it alone? He wanted a manager. And someone just was messing me around. Then Chris Craker left Sony BMG. He's still a good friend, and he wrote, you can always see on my wall what he wrote about me. And he heard all these covers like When I Fall in Love, Windmills of Your Mind, and he gave me the compliment that I've got one of the 10 most unique voices in the world. That was a very big compliment that really kept me going. And I will extend on that. So we are really before finishing. So I just want to do one verse and chorus of a love song for you, and then Beauty of the Duty, and then tomorrow is a big day. Could you be more beautiful than you are? This night so wonderful, and you're my shining star. Could it be more meaningful, the start of something new? Could it be more magical to say I do? And I wanna sing a love song for you. Yes, I wanna sing a love song for you. And I wanna be with you forever. Together, you and me. So that was Loving Song that I made as a surprise to Simon. Never released it, but if you remember my older fans, I released it in 2016. No one knew that he had the terminal cancer. I released it with a whole album of love song. You can listen on Spotify, Love Song for You. I love, there is beautiful stuff there. After the chemotherapy session, I used to come home and just go to the microphone and record vocals again with Phil. I was managing to do it, and because I love recording at home, and that's it. So I'm just going to finish with Beauty of the Duty, the song that has changed my life. Tomorrow I will share with you in the last episode how it changed my life. The cheekiness, by the way, the reason I call it sometimes you need to be cheeky to get what you want was for two reasons. One, that I stole the number of Phil, the producer. You know, it was cheeky of me behind the back of Nick, but I work there a lot and I'm in a great relationship with Nick. Number one. Number two, how I had to ask also from Daniela the number of Simon. You know, you need to be, and you have to. That's part of it. So let me play you that song, and I'm really looking forward for tomorrow playing and kind of finishing that episode. Just to let you know, on the Friday, the launch is going to be shorter, but it will be a toast for the Jewish New Year for my single. I'll have a guest musician coming to play with me. Dean Ross, amazing pianist, will play Beauty of the Duty Unplugged, and I will sing a song for the Jewish New Year in Hebrew. So, Beauty of the Duty. A great start. You only hear it and know it's a winning song. Do you know that you alone can light the universe with a thought, with the power of will? There's nothing that you cannot do, cannot do. Do you know that you stop yourself because you're too afraid of doing that you don't do even half of what you could? But it's true, the only thing that holds you back is you. The only thing that holds you back is you. The only thing that holds you back, that holds you back, that holds you. Do you know, if you see the beauty inside yourself, you will shine brighter than the sun and do things you only dreamt of doing. You will fly high in the sky and be free, be free. But it's true, the only thing that holds you back is you. The only thing that holds you back is you. Chutzpah, that's right, Danny. Is you. The only thing that holds you back, that holds you back, that holds you. Okay, so just want to say goodbye. Bear, Danny, Chag Sameach, Yes Chutzpah, Pat, Simon, Priyanka, Brenda, Sophie, Steve Drummer. Hi, Steve Drummer played with me in the Royal Albert Hall. Sophie, I cannot see more. And Malcolm, and Brian, and probably Dave, and Becky, and thank you for letting me doing the beauty of the duty, which fulfill my talent, inspiring people through music. Really, really thank you for being part of my life, and I will see you tomorrow. Very, very exciting. And by the way, I have quarantine only for 3 days, but it did quite well to me. I took the minus and turned it into plus. Holds you back, that holds you. Do you know that you alone can light the universe with a thought, with the power of will? There's nothing that you cannot do. Bye everyone, switching off. Bye, bye, bye. See you tomorrow. Bye, Bert. Thank you.